From Spring Hill, Tennessee, it's Marriage Helper Live.
And now, your hosts, Dr. Joe Beam and Kimberly Beam Holmes.
Welcome to Marriage Helper Live. As you can see, this is not Kimberly Beam Holmes. This is Elisa Silva. Elisa and her husband Marcos have been working with us for how many years?
Oh, well, we came to the workshop back in 2018. We started working about 2021. It's about 4 years.
About 4 years, and Elisa now heads up our Spanish division, which we're trying to get going, get developed, get off the ground here, and she's the head of that. You also do coaching, right?
I do coaching as well. Yes, sir. Yeah,
And
coaching
breakouts
and
at our
breakout
workshop.
leaders. Yes.
And being trained to be one of our workshop leaders.
Yes, that is also true. Yes, I'm working on it. It's a lot of work, but hey, I'm up for the challenge.
Let me mention right off the bat here, if you would like a marriage seminar in Spanish, in other words, you have a big segment of your church that is Spanish, or almost altogether Spanish, and speaking, I should say, Spanish speaking, and you want somebody to come do a marriage seminar for you, she and her husband will do that. They're outstanding. I went to one that they did over in Mission, Texas.
Yes.
I don't speak Spanish, so I sat in the audience thinking, it's beautiful. I love what they're saying. I have no idea what it is, but it's beautiful. But you and Marcos would be willing to do like a Friday night, Saturday morning marriage workshop just anywhere.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you guys are interested in that, please contact us through info, that's the email, info, I-N-F-O, at marriagehelper.com. That's marriagehelper.com. So Elisa's also one of our coaches. Pardon me here. You were, I apologize. It's still allergy season.
The weather. Yeah.
No matter what I do, okay. You were telling me about some coaching situations you're running into where that the murder of Charlie Kirk has become an issue in marriage. Can you give us a little bit of insight into what that means?
Yeah, it's and it's been happening more often than not. Actually, I mean, we see this, on a daily basis, and we have, through politics. Politics have been a big subject in the last, few years. And so we see, friends turning against each other, family, and now, we're starting to see that in marriage. And so, this particular couple, starting fighting over, the wife posted something on Facebook, the husband was against it, and now they're not talking to each
Let
other.
me just clarify. Are they fighting about whether they like the fact that he was murdered or hate the fact he was murdered?
It wasn't so much about that, but about their beliefs.
Okay, so I guess they would agree that it's a terrible thing somebody murdered.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what they're disagreeing about was what Charlie espoused?
Yes.
Okay. And in a nutshell, what was that they're disagreeing about?
Mainly it was the fact of, immigration more than anything. It wasn't so much about, his godly beliefs. It was mainly about, that he stands with, with the immigration policies that are happening today. And, it was a big subject, but.
Mm-hmm. And how much of a rift has this become in the marriage?
Oh, it's been tough on them. They're not talking to each other.
Okay, so enough of a rift then that could be the possibility of leading to separation and or divorce?
I'm hoping not. I'm working with them to, create that safe place where, we can talk about situations like that. And one of the things that, I keep saying, hey, don't close the conversations. Ask questions. Okay, well, help me understand, why you think this way or why you feel that this is the way that, it should. Help me understand you instead of, saying, well, you shouldn't think that way. You shouldn't like that person. You should,
Which is one of the things we teach in our workshop, by the way, that a person has a right to believe what he or she believes and a right to feel what they feel, obviously. And what we encourage is this. Now, I hope I can say this in a way, make sure I say it in a way that it makes sense, that it's truly explainable. But it works like this. Accepting what another person thinks, feels, believes has to do with the fact that you acknowledge the reality of the fact that they do. I acknowledge that's what you believe. I acknowledge that's what you feel. I acknowledge that's what you want to do, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't mean endorsing, and it doesn't mean encouraging.
Right.
And so she could say to him, look, I understand this woman's from another country. He was moved to the USA. And so she can say to him, don't you understand I have a different viewpoint of this because of the fact that I came to the great country of the United States of America from another place. I enjoy being a citizen here, and I'm worried about all those people who came here seeking, not the criminals,
Right.
but the people seeking a better life. And if they came in the wrong way, and I know that's not the best way, but at least they're not seeking to do harm, they're seeking a better life. Can you at least acknowledge that I have favor for those people and wish those people could be protected? To which he could reply, well, can you at least acknowledge that I think that's a violation of the law and that it's leading to certain difficulties, and I don't know how we would separate the criminals
Right.
from the good
Right.
people. And so if you just accept it, that's what the other person believes, what they think, what they feel. It does not mean you endorse it. Like, I'm not endorsing your side. I'm not encouraging your side, but can you accept mine? There is going to be no peace between any two individuals, groups, countries,
Yep.
religions, until we can do that, where we say, I don't endorse that and I don't encourage that, but I can accept the fact that you do. Because, I can't remember the exact figure right now, maybe you do. Gottman says it's like 60-something% of disagreements in marriages will never be resolved.
Right.
It's in the 60s,
It,
right?
it is in the 60s. Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember the exact
Yeah.
statistic, but in the
Now
60s.
you caught me in the
Well, I can't
on
rem-
the spot.
Well, they understand I can't remember. I'm 149 years
And
old.
I'm here to help you, but not much of a help today. I need
Okay.
more coffee.
Well, well, because of the fact that that's an issue and that's a question that we're getting and a situation we're running into, not just with that couple, but other couples as well,
Yes.
right? In our
Yeah.
coaching.
Yes.
That's the general answer. Now, people might say, well, I choose not to accept. Well, if you choose not to accept, then whether you think you're doing it or not, you're choosing to reject. Because this is not one of those things where there's really a lot of middle ground here. It's either I accept the fact that you feel that way or I reject the fact that you feel that way. I want to endorse it, I want to encourage it, but I've got to at least accept it. Okay, ready to go to a call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Pick one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pick Chad from Wisconsin.
Okay?
Okay. Chad says.
Hello.
Hey, Chad. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. You're from Wisconsin and you have a question about something related to your wife being angry.
Yeah, it seems like she's always angry, and I'm trying to figure out, is there something I could do to help her change from a negative emotional state to a positive emotional state? And she often won't even talk with me either.
And so how is this anger being manifested, my friend?
Constant criticism and put downs, just telling me move out, leave, doesn't want to even see me.
And where does this anger come from? Is it because of something that you've done, or is it because of something she's doing?
I think a combination. I know, at least as far as areas I could have done better, I think I've been too reactive to her emotional rage moments rather than allowing her to have it. I think I've mirrored it more and screwed up in that area, so she doesn't necessarily feel safe emotionally to have that anger.
Okay, so let me understand what that means. When she doesn't feel safe, what does she see the danger as being?
I'm just guessing here, but let's just say if she's angry, like it seems like pretty much every day, I must not know how to communicate or allow her to have that space, and instead I may get angry back because she's criticizing.
And when you
or
get angry,
attacking.
what do you do?
Probably trying to explain that what she's saying about me is incorrect.
So you become defensive. Do you yell?
If normally I'm not the initial one, but if she's yelling, then I have, responded in yelling.
Do you become physically violent in any way, like smashing the wall or thrusting your fist in the air or take a threatening pose?
No.
Okay. And so the safety she feels, that she feels she doesn't have, has to do with emotional safety then. Did I lose you?
Trying to figure out how can you break this state of it. Seems like she's always in that angry
Okay.
stage.
What's happening here is what in psychology we call negative sentiment override. And when a person gets into that state of negative sentiment override, then every evaluation or judgment of you will be negative, which means that everything you do. I mean, if you hand her $100 bill and say, honey, why don't you just have fun today and go get you some ice cream? It's going to be interpreted in some evil way. Like, why is he trying to get me out of the house? Or what's his ultimate motive here? Or is he trying to tell me I'm fat? And so anything you do at this point, if she is in this negative sentiment override, which it appears she is, then everything you do is going to be judged negatively. Now, you can't change that because being positive in and of itself is still going to be interpreted as negative. But if you can consistently not react to her anger in a negative way, if you can become more understanding in the sense of if she gets angry and she yells at you, I want you to move out of the house, then if you can apply something like, well, I understand that you don't want me here. Can you help me understand more of what it is about me that you don't want? And if you ask a question like that, she's going to tell you negatives. And I'm going to make some up, obviously, here, Chad. I don't know what they are, but okay, the fact that you don't listen to me, you don't care what I feel, you don't care what I think, you look at other women in the mall, whatever she comes up with. If she's accurate, then you would say, yes, I have done that. And now I'm beginning to understand how that affects you in a negative way. It hurts you. And so I'm going to do my best to learn better and never do that again. Whatever she says. In other words, if you don't defend yourself, after a while, and the phrase I like to use is, you defang. In other words, you pull the teeth out of the argument or the anger of the other person if you don't defend yourself. Now, I'm not saying lie down and take a beating. I'm saying anything that she says that is accurate, admit it. Yeah, I have done that. And, I'm learning better, and I'm sorry for the pain it's caused you. Now, you say, well, what if she accuses me of something I'm not doing? Like, I know you were sleeping with some other woman. Then the response could be, well, I'm not sure what I'm doing that leads you to believe that, but I'm not. But hey, if that's how you feel right now, I understand that you're jealous, and I need to try to accept the fact that you feel jealousy, even if I think it's not based on what I'm actually doing. In other words, you don't fight. You just don't fight. You don't go, no, I'm not having an affair. What's wrong with you? You're paranoid. What you do is you keep defanging the other person by not fighting back, not lying down and taking a beating, but not fighting back. Now, if you can do that long enough, it may be that she will finally begin to expend that negativity to the point where she'll finally start calming down, because she will begin to feel, hopefully, that you're actually paying attention, you're actually listening, you're actually trying to understand what it is that she feels. Now, this is not a thing that occurs rapidly. It takes some time to do. And you can't do away with her negative sentiment override. It has to be her doing away with it. But what I'm asking you to do is to become non-defensive, to listen, to feed back to her, to let her know that you understand what she feels. And that by doing that, she herself will begin to take that negativity out of it, because there's nothing to fight against. You're not defending yourself. You're not fighting back. But at the same time, you're not rolling over and playing dead. Did that make any sense whatsoever to you?
It did make sense. I would like to know, I will, would like to ask more questions regarding, how long they've been married. Is this new? Is this anger,
Well,
something that just started now?
If you're there.
It's still there, yes.
And she has some questions for you.
Hey, Chad, how long you been married?
Over 25 years.
Over 25 years. Is this something new that just started now, her, anger towards you, or is it towards you or towards life?
It seems like it's escalated over time, and it seems like a lot of things are just projected onto me. That so it could be a lot of factors in life as well, but it seems to be that I'm the villain and all.
Well, you're maybe the one spending the most amount of time with her too, leaving the home with her.
Yeah.
So,
in other words, you're an easy target.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we, Marriage Helper, we said that there's pain under anger sometimes, and I'm wondering what she may be dealing with too. It could be, definitely what Joe says was, on point, but also, hey, is she dealing with anything else? Is there something, behind? Is there pain behind that anger? So I guess there's a lot of questions that that's why I don't think
Or
I should do this shows, because I have a lot. I'm going to start coaching.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And unfortunately, on this program, we don't have time for coaching. But that's the kind of thing a coach would do, try to get all kinds of information to understand. Chad, are you by any chance in one of our coaching programs?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, at least consider it that, my friend. If you want to look into what we do, you can always go to our website, marriagehelper.com. And there are also a lot of videos we have that are free, over 1,200 videos that are free that you can go to youtube.com/marriagehelper, all one long word. And at least I suggest you check those things out. I wish we had a better answer for you, my friend. This is one that's going to take some time and a lot of self-discipline on your part. Mm-hmm. I don't know you, therefore I don't have a suggestion as to whether you have that kind of strength or not. But I hope, Chad, that you do. Remember, no yelling, no fighting back. Defang by listening, paying attention, and feeding back what the other person feels. Okay, let's go to Will.
Yeah. Okay, Will is from California. He says that wife is practicing no contact. Bring affair partner when they need to deal with business. How do I deal with her bringing the affair partner when we meet? Mm-hmm.
Okay, Will, are you there?
Yeah. Calling from the land of the heathens.
What part
I was born and raised in Texas.
What part of California are you in, my friend?
Orange, California. So it's like 45 minutes south of LA.
Gotcha.
It's so every time my wife wants to have us sign papers or do some type of business, she brings her affair partner. And I don't. This is a boundary I have set. She continues to cross it, and I don't even understand it because, like, I'm very, very fit. I have like 12% body fat, and this guy is like a larger man, But every time I'm like, I don't want to say her name. I'm just going to say it's Jane. I'm like, Jane, why do you continue to bring this dude? Like, this is a boundary I've set. Please don't cross it. Yeah, absolutely.
How long has she been involved with this guy?
I'm going to say at least 4 months because I don't know when it all started.
Yeah, I know. Typically, we don't know. If you know of 4 months, it's possible it has been at least a year beyond that, believe it or not. I'm not saying that's what it is. Obviously, I don't know, but I'm saying it can go a long time before you ever find out the other thing is happening. And when he comes to those meetings, how does he behave?
He says he's here for safety, and if she needs him, I'll be over here. That's what he says. And it's very disrespectful. Does she in any way act that she might be intimidated or afraid of him? Afraid of him?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. She's very lovey-dovey with him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and is she afraid of you?
Tells me, yes, she's told me that.
And what is she afraid of?
That's why, because I'm very fit, she thinks, or because what her affair partner has told her is, he's seen it a lot, quote, that men get very physical when this kind of stress is happening in their life. You know,
have you demonstrated anything like that?
No, never. I've never hit my wife. I've never cheated on my wife. I've never done anything like that.
Yelled at her or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we definitely had the fights where we both say the F-bomb to each other, but
has she ever acted afraid before she got involved with this guy?
Never. I've never seen her.
So what you're saying is that in your belief system is that he's basically brainwashing her about you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice about it, but yeah, he's brainwashing
That's what
her.
You believe. And that part of that's because of the fact that he's using an attractive part about you, the fact that you're very fit, as a way to actually turn her against you. In other words, you, if I can speak this way, you have a superior gift there, not gift, you've worked for it. You have a superior body style, okay, somatotype we'd call that. And in that, the way he keeps her from being attracted back to you when he's overweight is the fact that he makes you scary. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking, but my real question is, how do I stop having him show up, because I don't know if it's time to hire a lawyer, because neither one of us have those lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to get him to not.
Is there
tired of
anybody
I'm tired of being.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Is there anybody that you and your wife both trust considerably?
I would have said her mom, but I don't anymore.
A pastor, a wise older person, anyone?
Yeah, I would say a pastor. I would say our pastor.
Okay, then one way you might want to consider, if you don't want that guy there because it's obviously irritating to, I almost said a bad word there. Obviously irritating you a lot. It could be to your advantage to say to her, look, I'm not meeting with him there anymore. But if you decide that you don't feel safe, then we'll ask our pastor and we'll meet in his office with him. And therefore you can feel as safe as you want to be. Or if you think you want to meet in a restaurant instead, we'll ask him if he'll do that. And if you were to ask your pastor to do that kind of thing, do you think he would oblige?
I think so. I've been meeting with him privately, but I think he would agree to it, I think.
Okay.
So
well, that's what you can do. You can just say, I'm not doing this with this guy anymore. I'm not. But since you say you don't feel safe, let's do this. And that way you can feel absolutely safe. But I'm not going to do that because I resent the fact that that guy's there. You're kind of throwing in my face, because I still care. I still want to do things. And you're throwing this in my face. And that's not right. It's not good. It's not fair. And I'm not going to do it anymore. Now, don't say that real angrily. Say it calmly. Because if you say it angrily, it's going to sound like a challenge. And that starts a fight. And so you say it as calmly as you can. Look, I just can't do that anymore. Or at least I won't do that anymore. And I've asked the pastor, and he said he will. So let's do it that way, and you can feel safe. If she says, well, what if he sits outside in the car? How would you respond to that?
He's out in the office, so I'm okay with that. I'll have to see him. I'd be okay with that if he stayed in the car.
Okay.
But I just don't like him standing over there staring me down.
Oh.
And it's hard to stay calm and not use his body for evil.
I don't blame you. It's a slap in the face. It's a direct challenge to your manhood. And he has to know that. So in my opinion, and of course I'm guessing, I don't know the dude, but in my opinion, this is a way for him to feel a little bit superior to you. Mm-hmm. And he's getting off on it. Look, you're saying the same thing, right?
Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, this guy got to be thankful that he's not my husband. Oh, yeah. If anybody in here knows my husband, Marcos, yeah, he will not be okay with that. I would not have never brought my affair partner to any of our meetings because I know he'll kill me and him right there. So. Well,
let's don't kill anybody.
I'm telling you.
Let's don't kill anybody.
Let's not kill anybody.
The only way I'm not flipping out is by pies. That's the only way, the emotional part of it.
That's great.
So that's the only way. But I still go home and hit a pillow. But that's
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Just just tell her, we got to do this business. I'm not doing it like that. Here's how I'm going to do it. Just don't do it angrily or you have a fight. By the way, her husband, Marcos, bench presses Volkswagens.
Wow.
He is a big, strong dude. Hey, I am so sorry this is happening to you, Will. Yeah. And we're not making fun of it. I don't know that I could be as strong as you, mm-hmm. as what you've been so far. Mm-hmm. But my friend, you can take charge of this without being a jerk. You can do it. Okay?
Yes. Thank you, Will, for
your
question. Yeah. Well, I would like to ask because I see a good amount of people on the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
We actually have something else to do right now.
Oh, yes. That's true. Hey, I like to be friendly with people. Who in the chat is new to? Is this their first time being on the live show? Mm-hmm. If anybody, yes. Anybody. Good to see you, Austin. There's people. Yeah, it takes them a little bit, but I would like to know. I like to keep reading. I see your comments, you guys, and I'd like to see if anybody's new to the Marriage Helper family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go with Michael's Motivational Minute, our friend Michael Felker.
Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to your Motivational Minute. My very first car was a 1985 Mustang convertible. So I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Ford Motor Company. Their ad campaign that they're running right now features their founder, Henry Ford, one of his most famous quotes that says, "Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right." So when it comes to your personal development, it really begins with a new mindset. Maybe you've always said, or maybe you've always believed, I'm not really a morning person, or I can't really read a lot of books. I'm not much of a reader, or I can't learn things quickly. I want to challenge you that whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Begin with a new mindset. I can be a morning person. I can become a reader. I am strong. I can get through this. Your personal development and your personal growth will begin with your mindset. So again, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right.
Thank you, Michael. Michael lives, where does Michael live?
Texas.
Texas.
Yes,
We have people
he's
working
in
with us that
Texas.
live all over the place, and so Michael lives
He's
in
actually, he's coming this weekend.
Texas. Oh,
Him and his
awesome.
wife. Yeah, so we hopefully,
Tremendous.
get to see
Good.
them. Yeah, that's awesome.
Actually, I'll be leaving this weekend to go speak at Harding University in Searcy,
right.
Arkansas. So I'll be there next week.
Well, there you go. Well, you're going to miss Michael.
I'm
but
gonna miss Michael.
I'll be here.
Good, good, good.
Well, I see a good amount of new people in the chat, so thank you for that. I see that Larry H. I'm having trouble getting past my wife passed. She was with people she regretted. It bothered me some at first, but nothing like till after we were married. She says she was just trying to be open.
Yeah, I've run into that kind of situation before where it's like, I just can't get past what you did before me. And while I understand people feeling that way, if you think about it, it's the antithesis, it's the opposite of mercy and grace. It's like, I know that you did that in your past. I know that you've changed. I know that you're not that person anymore, but I can't get past who you were, and therefore I can't see who you are. Can you think of anything? And I realize that you're being honest, Larry, and so I'm not trying to attack you here. But can you see how difficult that would be in life if we all felt that way about people's past?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's something that we can't erase. Is our past, is our life. But yeah, living with somebody that just reminds us, or it's just, I don't know. I have a past. A lot of you guys out there know my story. Dr. Joe's story too, and yeah, it's part of our life that we are not proud of, but it's part of our life.
That we cannot
Yeah,
undo.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's out there. And at the time when we do things like that, we typically don't love ourselves in a very proper way. And we seek some kind of emotional gratification from another person, for example, if it's an affair. Or if it's drugs, I'm trying to find some way to change my emotions chemically. There are all kinds of things people can do. But if you think about it, when a person changes and becomes new, and that's we're both Christians, and that's part of our religion, that the new birth is that you become a new person, and that grace and mercy. And so, Larry, the only other thing that occurred here is that if she had lied to you and not told you at all, then you wouldn't know about it and you wouldn't feel bad about it. Is that really, okay, he's saying, I just keep getting images in my head when we're with each other physically, physically, okay, that I don't want and don't know how to handle. Okay, Larry, here's the deal. Go to It All Starts With Attraction. That's a podcast. It's done by Kimberly Beam Holmes. And on that little search engine there, look for mindfulness, MINDFULNESS. She's done a couple of programs on that. You can actually get past having these visions, these things in your head, these images, by practicing a thing called mindfulness. You can do that. And if Kimberly doesn't have enough information there for you, be careful when you type mindfulness into Google. It's going to give you 2 billion responses in 4.3 seconds. And a lot of those people have no clue what they're doing. They read a book or they saw a brochure and now they're experts on mindfulness. If you're going to look for mindfulness other than that, oh, here we go. We've got Starts with attraction. There it is, Kimberly Beam Homes. There's the link in our chat if you want it there. And if there's not enough there and you want more, when you go into Google or whatever your search engine is, make sure that you look at the source. Make sure that it's something you can actually trust, like it comes from a university where they do actual research. You want those kinds of things. And don't just trust anybody out there that says they know what they're doing. But you can do this, my friend. And you really want to, because you see, you have a blessing. You have a woman in your world that's your wife now who is open and transparent. Friend, as you get older, and trust me, I'm 149, as you get older, having that kind of transparency in your relationship where you can be open and honest and she can be open and honest becomes the key to everything that's meaningful in life. And so I know right now you're seeing it as a negative. Brother, switch the thing over to a positive, and the way you think about it, get good help with mindfulness. And Larry, here's the last thing. If you just can't get past it, find you a good counselor who is experienced and trained in EFT. That's emotionally focused therapy. Now, never go to any counselor without having a conversation, 5-minute conversation, either with a counselor or one of their representatives on the phone before you go. And you're going to ask questions like this. Will you honor my belief in value system or try to get me to accept yours? You don't want to accept theirs, you want them to respect yours. Another will be, tell me how much experience you've had with EFT. And they're all going to say, oh, I know all about it. Well, that means they took a class. Say, no, I want to know how much experience you've had using EFT, emotionally focused therapy. And then when they say, okay, I've been doing it for years, okay, tell me what kind of success you've had. Now, EFT, Larry, will require both you and your wife going together. And I think that's going to be your answer. But if you can start with mindfulness, it can do miracles.
Yeah. I mean, we dealt with, sorry to make the story longer, but dealt with this in our marriage with Marcos. And we did not fix it that way. We actually didn't. And it turned worse. I mean, our relationship got worse. I had multiple affairs throughout our marriage. It wasn't even, before we got married, but it was throughout our marriage. And it got to the point that Marcos, was thinking negative about me, either when we were intimate, when, we were making love. He had to go, and he said this in one of our stories that we did with you, that, he turned to pornography. Because he felt like, he felt dirty after being with me intimate. So it was rough.
And so what was the final? How did you finally get past it?
Yes. Well, Marriage Helper was our lifesaver. And we did therapy as well. So, it took work. It took work from both of us to, see the changes in each other. First of all, him believing me that I won't do that again. Mm-hmm. That, I'm committed to the relationship.
But him also becoming a more compassionate and understanding person.
Definitely. And, everything helped. His behavior changing, my commitment to him, it definitely made a difference. Yeah.
Now, I'm not justifying affairs, obviously, but you were looking for something that you weren't getting. Now, you looked for it in the wrong place,
yes.
in the wrong way.
Yes.
And in violation of your own belief and value system. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Definitely.
By the way, that giant that just walked
by.
That's Marcos.
Yeah, we saw the wall passing by.
Yeah, that's him. And so you are a new person.
Yes, I am
and
a
so
new
is
person.
he.
And so is he. I believe you will see him much a bigger difference than me. Yes, yeah. And it really happened for him. It really happened back in 2018 when we came to the workshop. I think last week you guys had a caller at the end. I think her name was Amy, and she was saying how the workshop changed her life, and she thought that God brought her into the facility and just dropped her there. And same story with my husband. Same story with Marco. So it's and we hear this all the time.
Yeah. After that first workshop, tell them what you thought of me.
Well, no, I have great respect, but I had a question that I was asking, and nobody could answer the question. So I went to Dr. Joe, and he said, please give me the whole weekend. And I'm like, okay, out of respect, I'll go ahead and give you the whole weekend. And I did. And I was here the whole weekend.
But when you didn't like me, you told me that.
Yes.
I did not like you.
Yes.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't matter if you like me or not, really.
It's hard when you, when you come and you're in limerence. When I did the workshop back in 2018, I was in an affair. I was in limerence. And so it's hard to hear, your spouse telling you, well, you have a condition. That's the way I heard it. There's this syndrome that you're going through, and the condition, like, it's called limerence. And I'm like, I'm in love with somebody. Mm-hmm. So, but of course, my husband, out of, not knowing how to deal with it, he was telling me, no, you're not in love with him. Well, I'm sorry, but I am. And, so it was a learning experience in all aspects. We learned so much. So, hey, guys, if you are interested in our workshop, please, one of the things that I said, it changed our lives. It changed our marriages. We still use the tools on a daily basis, pretty much. It's nothing that,
Yeah, every once in a while, Alice will say, okay, Joe, go lead another workshop because you're getting a little lax. Go back to the workshop.
I love, yeah.
Speaking of limerence, let's go to this. Grace. Grace says, my spouse is in limerence. He's running towards divorce. He's left the house. Now, he did the solo workshop. He said yes to the couples workshop, but he won't set a date. And she's been standing for 11 months, Grace has, and she said, oops, I just lost that. It just disappeared on me there. Oh, and he says, what do I do next? Okay, Let's talk about that for a minute. Tell them a little bit more about limerence. Now, we have something exciting that Elise is going to give for free in just a minute.
Yes.
But first, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about limerence. Oh my goodness, limerence. I feel bad for people that are in limerence, experiencing limerence. Good thing for those standing. Limerence doesn't last. Okay, it will not last forever. It cannot last forever. The highs are very high, but the lows are very low. And so, we tend to think that the person in marriage tend to think that, hey, this is forever. I have found what I was looking for. And those highs are extremely high. And
yeah,
they are.
They're ecstatic.
Yes, definitely. But it doesn't last. It can't. Like we always say, who's gonna, you become so unproductive. 85% of your awake time, you're thinking about
Up to 85%
yeah.
of the awake time, you'll think about the other person.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not so much about the other person, but the life that you can have, the future with this other person.
They dream about it.
Yes, and so who will work? Who will prepare meals for the kids?
Yeah. Limerence is a very powerful thing, but as Elisa said, it has a limit, a shelf life. That's the word I'm looking for. It has a shelf life. Grace, let's just think about it this way. He said he won't set a date. I would recommend that you set the date. Now, if you're not already working with one of our workshop advisors here, please make sure that you do. Find out who he talked to. Find out who enrolled him into the solo workshop, if you can. And call and ask for that person. Or if he doesn't give you that, or if for some reason the other person's not available, then you do. You can go to, now Jacob, tell me if I'm giving this right. Jacob, I call him Jacob again. Jason. I have a grandson named Jacob, and I keep calling Jason Jacob. I'm 149 years old. Give me a break here. All right, Jason is at marriagehelper.com/call. Yeah. Okay, Grace, do that. Talk to one of our people, if possible, the one that enrolled your husband. If not possible, that's fine, one of our guys. And figure out some workshop dates. And then you go back to the husband and you say to him, okay, you told me you would go to that. And right now, I know you're still deeply in limits with the other person, and I accept the fact that you feel that way. But you said you would go to the couples workshop with me. You've experienced it. You know what you're going to do. But I need that for me. Even if you leave me for this other woman, I need that for me. And here's the date I want to go. I've checked our calendar. We're not doing anything that weekend. You can get off. I've made arrangements to take care of the children. Everything you need to do. Now, there's a significant discount because of the fact that he's been through the solo workshop, so that'll be in your value. And you work out all the details first. You work it out with one of our workshop advisors after you do, marriagehelper.com/call. And then you go tell the husband, I want to go this weekend. Don't demand it. Don't get angry. But say, you said you would. I'm asking this. Let's do it. Now, we do have a PDF thing and a video that goes with it that you can download this PDF and answer questions where you write in the answers. And by writing in the answers to these questions, what will happen is that you can really think this through before you actually talk to him. And our workshop advisor can help you with that as well. So I hope very much to see you and him in one of our couples workshops. But you can do that. Take advantage of our workshop advisor to help you do that.
Yeah.
By the way, before you tell about what that good thing you're about to offer,
Yes.
I was supposed to tell at the top of the program, Jacob's going to be mad at me. Jason, his name is Jason. That we have something that's ending tonight. It's a really good deal.
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
It's the Save My Marriage course. It's one of the tools that we have here at Marriage Helper. Save My Marriage course ends tonight at midnight. It comes with the Smart Contact Toolkit and 3 ebooks. So marriagehelper.com, SMN10. marriagehelper.com, S as in Sam, M as in Miracle, M as in Miracle, 10.
The number 10, 10.
Number 10, 10.
And so it comes with a course.
Yes, Save My
And-
Marriage course, Smart Contact Toolkit,
Oh,
and 3 ebooks.
3
Ebooks.
ebooks.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
that's a very
and that's for $397,
$397,
which is a really,
yes,
really good price.
$397.
And do I understand, is there something else, Jason, we're leaving out about that?
Nope.
Okay, all right. That's
Or
what
the
I'll look at.
workshop, marriagehelper.com/calls if you want to talk to one of our advisors about the workshop. Yeah.
But to purchase that, and by the way, this ends tonight at midnight Central Time. This has been up for a few days. And it ends tonight at Central midnight. marriagehelper.com/SMM and the number 10. SMM10. Okay? But you're going to do something for free.
Yes, I am.
What?
Yeah. Well, are you excited about it? Or
I'm excited about it.
We don't want to give away free stuff anymore. But like, what was it Kimberly was giving away last week? For $9 or something?
Yeah. And I just found about this 45 minutes ago. Yeah.
Hey, we
give away all kinds of things.
Oh, well.
And nobody asked me about it at all.
Sorry.
All right, go and tell them what you're
Hey,
going to get them.
It's my time, so it's good.
Okay.
Free coaching session for one of you guys. It will be with me, and I will really teach you on how to ask your spouse to come to the workshop. If, one of the struggles was that with my husband and I. He asked me like 6 times before I say yes. So I have the tactics. But making sure that, hey, I can help you out. One of you will get a free coaching session with me. Now you have to be the first one on the chat to answer the question. Let's see who remembers from last week. Where is Kimberly today?
Oh, she did say that, didn't she?
She did say that. Let's see who will be the first one on the chat, and Jason will pick that name up. Where is Kimberly right now in the world? Yes.
If you want this free coaching session with
me, with Elisa. Coach Elisa. That will be exciting. Okay, well, we can, Robert says no.
Good
London,
guess, Robert, but wrong.
Ireland, nope.
Good guess, Stephen, but
Okay.
wrong. Stephen Humphreys.
You got it. She is in Scotland.
Yep.
Yes. Do you know that, well, no, I'm not going to ask you that question. The animal of Scotland, which one it is?
What do you mean the animal of Scotland? There's
I
lots of animals
Googled
in
that
Scotland.
today.
You mean like the country's representative animal?
Animal, yes.
Well, it's not a snake.
No.
What is it?
It's a unicorn.
Actually, I knew that. I forgot that.
Okay, nothing related to Marriage Helper, but I had to say that. I don't know. I just find that out.
Okay, let's take one call really quick, and then we're going to put Kristen on. How about that?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do that.
So pick one.
Okay, let's pick Dave from Canada. He's
Okay.
meeting with my ex-wife about financial separation.
So hi, Dave. What's the question, my friend?
Hi, good to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you.
Yeah, supposed to be meeting with my ex next week about financial separation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of a fighter. I just want to kind of make it work, but I hear that that's more pressure, and part of me is just wondering, like, should I be saying, hey, this can be saved, and hey, can we work together, and hey, there's this marriage helper, couples workshop. Part of me wants to say things like, is it really? You see how much I've changed. Like, I did have a lot of issues with childhood trauma and anger and that, and I've been working on that for about 18 months now. And I do feel like a 1,000 times better, and I'm not that angry guy, and
Good.
I actually feel like I could be a pretty good partner. And I just kind of want to say something to the effect of, is it worth only seeing your kid? What's worse, seeing your kids for half their life, or giving us another shot?
So,
and I don't think I'd have to word it more eloquently than.
So, is there a mediator that's going to be?
No. We've kind of we initially were going to go down that road, and then we get along so well now. We still do lots of stuff with the kids together, all kinds of fun things, and we get along great. Great conversations, lots of laughs, and it's going really well.
So, why does she want a separation?
She just said, well, that's the other thing. She gives me a million reasons. Sometimes it's, I don't want to go back to the person that I used to be. I won't be my best self without you. She told one of our daughters that she was worried that I would go back to being my best self, and when I asked her about that, she said that she never said that.
So how old is she?
Too much hurt, too much anger. She is 41.
And what major thing has occurred in her life in the last 2 to 3 years? The death of a friend, of a parent, loss of a job, graduation from college, any major event?
I was a horrible partner for the last couple of years. I was just so much stress at the job, but all my childhood anger coming up. It was kind of a perfect storm of me being a really brutal partner for like 2 years.
Okay, so there's been no major event in her life?
No.
Okay, all right, and so
I don't think it's midlife crisis, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't even believe in midlife crisis. No, I'm not asking about that, believe it or not. I just know that after significant emotional events, people sometimes do very unusual things. That's why I'm asking. And so, are you physically separated?
Oh yeah. She moved
okay,
over
and the kids are with her?
Half and half, and they hate it.
Half and half, and so everything's amicable so far?
Yeah, no, like we still are spending time together as family. We go on the odd camping trip, the odd trip here and there.
Has she warmed up any during that process?
At the beginning of July, she was. So we were spending a fair bit of time together at the cabin and different things like that. She was actually warming up. And then one day, I was stressed. To make a short story long, I was going down to meet my biological family, and I was a little stressed out about the trip. Showed up at her house for lunch to pick up the kids because she invited me for lunch. And I was just in a jerk mood, and it was a lot of the old behaviors. And it just kind of killed everything we'd been kind of gaining on. It seemed like her walls were coming down. Yeah.
Reaffirm the narrative.
And so,
right.
Yeah, and so we, a few emails went back after we left for our trip, and I said, hey, I'm sorry, I apologized a million times. And and I said, hey, this is a setback. It doesn't define who I am. It's more of a motivator to even work harder to be a better guy. And she said, hey, I appreciate that, but this affirms for me that I just want to be good friends and co-parents.
Yeah, affirm the narrative. All right, here's what I recommend, Dave. In this meeting with her, it's going to be calm and reasonable, right?
I think so.
Okay, good. What can you motivate her to spend 3 days with you down here with us?
How can I motivate her? I have no idea. That's
what's important.
That's why I was hoping. That's why I was hoping
what's
to win that.
What's important to her?
What's important to her right now? Things she said in the past is she loves being on her own. She loves the freedom. She likes just having her own house to herself. Those kind of things. And
you're already co-parenting the children, and that's going well?
Sorry, what's that?
You're co-parenting the children, and that's going well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any financial stimulation that you could offer that might encourage her to come?
Like say, hey, if you come, I'll give you $4,000, that kind of stuff?
Well, something, you say you're going to be a financial separation. You kind of work out the details about the financial separation. It might be that and I'm not saying you should do this. As a matter of fact, do not offer anything that later you'll feel bad that you did. Okay, never want to do that. Never, ever offer anything that later you'll feel bad that you offered. But if there's something in that financial discussion that that she wants, that you think might be a little controversial, like, she wants this, but I want this, and I'm not sure what we're going to do about it, then one way you can possibly get her motivated to come is to say, I'll give you that after you come to the 3-day workshop. Not only do you go, but you have to actually participate. Now, they won't push us to get remarried. We don't push anybody. We don't manipulate. But at least this can give closure to me and help me quite a bit. And so I'm asking you to do that and to show you my good faith. I know that you want blank, and I will give you blank if you'll go do that. But you don't get it until after the workshop, and you've got to participate in the workshop. How do you think she'd react to that? And would you have any idea what even blank would be?
Probably just money. And two, she's in the 18 months, other than, her softening up at the end of June, beginning of July, she's been pretty dead, steadfast in her decision, pretty solid in her decision. She hasn't really wavered, and she's told the kids she's not coming back. She's told me.
Yeah, well, tell her. They won't try to twist your arm to go back. And even though it's a marriage workshop, so I'm not going to go into false flags here, but even though it's a marriage workshop, every principle they teach, almost every principle they teach, will be applicable to how we deal with our children. And so therefore, even if you decide afterwards you don't want to be with me, I'll honor that decision, but we'll both be better parents if you go.
Okay.
Well, Michael.
So this wouldn't be a form of manipulation.
No,
would it?
not manipulate her. Just make the
I'm
offer.
I'm trading off dollars to kind of bribe her to come.
It's not a bribe. It's not blackmail. It's an exchange of value, which means here's something I really want. Here's something you really want. An exchange of value is when we both feel happy about it afterwards, so that nobody feels manipulated, nobody feels controlled. And so this is what I'm offering because I want this and you want that. And if you want to do it, great. We can do that.
Okay. How effective is the online? Because obviously I'm thousands of miles from you guys.
Well, the online is good. The in-person is better, in my opinion. Yeah. In my opinion, but the online is really good. Statistically, it has a great success, et cetera. But nearly every workshop we do here in Nashville, we have at least one couple from Canada.
That's true.
And many of them drive, believe it or not.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Is the content the same on the online versus the...
Yes, it is.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much.
Same thing.
We're going to go
Thank you,
now
Dave.
to...
Yes, to our bestie friend Kristen. That's what we're going to talk about. She
what kind
has
of friend?
Bestie.
Oh, a bestie.
A bestie,
I'm so
yeah.
deaf.
Okay.
I couldn't understand
What
what
is
word
the
you were
best
saying.
thing about Kristen besides her earrings? She's
Kristen-
the friendliest person in Marriage Helper.
And lights up every room she walks into.
Yes, she has some testimonials for us to hear. So let's hear from Kristen.
Hey friends, it's Kristen. I'm back with some more workshop testimonials from some of our most recent workshop attendees. I'm excited to share these with you. This individual says, I am not broken. I am a product of my childhood and upbringing. I now have tools that will make me an upgraded, better version of me. The information received here is absolutely invaluable. Thank you. This next person writes, workshop is a must, no matter if you want to reconcile or not. This next testimonial says, very powerful, safe place, can give hope when there was none seen. And this last individual writes, I originally took the solo workshop because my spouse wouldn't attend. After 6 weeks, my wife and I attended the couples workshop. This would not have been possible if I didn't transform my behaviors and show up with my spouse in a new and different way. Today, we have reconciled. Thank you, Marriage Helper. And now back to you, Dr. Joe and Elisa.
I just love that lady.
I know. And
She's
she
so
was
awesome.
wearing her howdy earrings. I love that.
So let's try to get another call in before our hour is up.
Yeah, let's hear it from Carla. Carla from California. Hello?
Carla, oh, you're there.
She says she's been practicing smart contact. She went to the solo workshop. Hello,
Carla,
Carla?
are you there?
Heck, if I have one for you.
Hey, Carla.
Hello?
Hey, Carla.
Hello?
You're on live.
Hello?
with Dr. Joe Beam and Elisa here at Marriage Helper. You're on live with us. Did you mean to be?
Oh, yes, I did. Give me 1 second to close the door.
What is your question, my friend?
I am so sorry. I'm at work, but thank you for taking my phone call.
No problem. Go ahead.
What's your question?
My question is, I don't know how to go from here. I took the solo course. I asked before my husband left a year and a half ago. I asked him a few times if he would go with me to the couples one. He said no. He left. I've been trying Smart Contact for a year and a half. We have an 11-year-old son, so that's kind of like my angle there sometimes. But it's very just through text, simple two-worded text. And my daughter, our daughter who's 23, got her master's this week. So that was my first contact that I was able to, I thought maybe I could send a picture of the diploma. Long story short, he called me back within a second, extremely verbally abusive, more than ever. He said that he didn't understand what gave me the right to do such a thing, which is like contact him, not to do it again, or he would request in the divorce procedure more than half of everything.
Okay. All right, so we're talking about a guy that's full of anger here, right?
Yes.
And as he threatens divorce, I'm reading up here what you wrote. It said that he's threatening to take everything instead of taking half like he had talked about before, right?
No, he actually offered to let me have the house if I just file for divorce right away and make it before the year end. Or
Okay, so
he will
why
be
is he
asking for half of everything?
Why is he away from you?
He says it's me.
He says it's all you?
Yeah, but no specific reason.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear.
He doesn't give me a specific reason as to
Right.
exactly
Well,
why.
understand this, Carla. They always say it's you. Okay, so that doesn't mean really anything at this point. What's he into?
What is he into?
What is he doing? Who is he with?
I don't know. I don't think he's with anybody that I know of from family members.
Has he changed
they
lifestyle?
No, they tell me that he's just like working.
Okay, so why is he so angry with you then?
My guess is he has a lot of childhood trauma, but he doesn't believe in therapy or counseling or anything. But he also had alcoholic problems years ago, and he stopped drinking 8 years ago. He's been sober for 8 years, but as time went by, he became more bitter and bitter. But that's all I can like.
Bitter
see.
about what?
Everything. Like if the kids wanted to go out to a movie, if we were going to go out to dinner, he just became more bitter and bitter and said that, we just were very artificial and, we don't focus on what's important, but he doesn't tell me what's important.
Do you think
and
he
then
knows?
Finally I don't think he knows.
I don't think he does either. You're talking about a guy here who is full of anger, right?
Yes.
And you're saying that you believe, and you know him much, much, much better than I, because I don't know him at all, but you believe that it's coming out of childhood trauma, right?
I think so.
Do you have any idea what the trauma was?
I mean, just the fact that he's been like the youngest of his siblings. He always supported them, supported the brothers, supported the parents. 2 of them passed away in the last recent years. He's been upset about that. Nothing specific, but everything.
Okay. What is his relationship like with his parents?
His mom is alive. He'll go visit her maybe twice a week. He's just because he has been very bitter. It's not just with me, it's with our kids, with the family. So he'll go visit her, but he's just upset about everything. He gets upset about everything. So everybody's on a short fuse with him. We're all walking on eggshells not to make him upset.
Well, that's so sad. Okay, Carla, there's not much you can do when a person is full of anger and refuses to get help. I'm sorry. I wish there were some miracle here. If you are a praying person, this is what I recommend that you pray for. Pray for God to put somebody into your husband's life that he will begin to trust and begin to open up to. But not just any person, somebody with great wisdom and somebody who is pro-marriage and pro-doing what's right. And so just pray diligently. Lord, none of us can get to him. He's isolated himself from all of us. But there's somebody out there, Lord, I don't know who he is, but find him, if you will, please, and put him and my husband together somehow so that this man and it should be a man, not a woman, so that this man can begin to have the influence on my husband that my husband needs. In the meantime, Carla, one last piece of advice, and that's this. If indeed he does go for the divorce, no matter how angry he is, don't let him run over you. You protect yourself and your children. You need to get a really strong lawyer. If it ever goes to that point, and I pray that it doesn't, but if it ever goes to the point of divorce, he will try to run over you in all likelihood because of that anger, and you have to have an extremely tough lawyer who can stand up to him to protect you and your children. Carl, I wish I had more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what has to happen by midnight tonight.
Yes, the Save My Marriage course, which it comes with the Smart Contact Toolkit. Yes, so that ends tonight, and the 3 ebooks. Yes, so that's all added in there, Smart Contact, but the main course is the Save My Marriage course. It comes with Smart Contact, 3 ebooks, marriagehelper.com/SMM10.
So let me ask Jacob/Jason. Jason, what did we used to sell that Smart Marriage course for? Was it $399? $499. So we used to sell just that course
Yes.
for $499, and a
Yes.
lot of people bought it.
That's true.
I mean, a whole lot of people bought it. And so now we're offering it for $100 less,
Yes, $397.
plus 3 ebooks.
Yeah,
I understand that Kimberly did the ebooks
plus
Okay.
the Smart Contact.
and the Smart Contact. That's the deal. But it's got to be done by midnight tonight.
Tonight,
And
yeah.
so again, tell them how to do that.
Yes. marriagehelper.com/SMM10. Also, if you would like to know more about our workshops, online, in person, we have solo online. Solo in person is only for men's, which is one of the most amazing things I have seen.
You help me
the
work
men's
that. I
solo.
lead those, and you help me with it.
Yes, they're amazing. So for you guys out there, if you would like to come to one of our men's solos,
But what hurts me is that the guys referred to it as Beauty and the Beast. That just,
it's just for this week. Yes.
Okay. Hey, if you think that Elisa has done a good job and that we should invite her back on, either with Kimberly or with me from time to time because one of us will be out of town, put it in the chat there right now. And I'm talking honest appraisal.
Oh, they're gonna be.
Honest appraisal about how do you think.
Don't hurt my feelings. No,
about-
okay.
Honest appraisal. Oh, if you make an honest appraisal of me too, if you want, like, get rid of Joe and put Kimberly and Elise on. Whatever you think is that. In the chat right now, tell us what you think of that. Seriously, we want to be what you need us to be.
Definitely, you
Okay.
guys. Well, and we will see each other again next week. Well, you will see Joe and Kimberly.
I will be speaking at Harding University next week, but it'll be Kimberly.
And
Probably
hey.
you.
Okay,
Probably.
Margie, thank you. Yes, bring her back, she says. Okay, Lisa, thank you. You guys are so sweet.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Have a blessed day, you guys.